Hello everyone, welcome back to our best damn ball striking series ever. This is part 3 of our 6-part series, and we'd like to help you learn what you have to do to get more control of your golf ball. So, Ben, last couple of weeks we talked about the free swinging motion and how important that is.
Yep.
Last week we talked about being able to quiet your mind down.
That's important too.
You got to be able to do that. Now, is it possible to have a free swinging motion, a really good motion on video, have a quiet mind, and still not hit the shot the way you want it to do?
Yeah, it happens sometimes, believe it or not.
Okay, so from time to time, we all make
errors, right?
Yes, it happens. Now, for folks who come through the door asking for consistency, everybody wants to be consistent. Where is the first place they have to look?
With consistency, well, the first place that they would have to look is, in order to achieve consistency, you better be adaptable. So if you can't adapt, you're not going to be consistent, because the one thing that we know about golf, and all of you have experienced this, your swing thoughts don't last very long. Every day we live is different. So you have to have the ability to adapt when you play golf. And if you can adapt, then you have a chance at consistency. But if you can't adapt, you have no chance.
Zero. Goose egg.
Yep.
Nada.
Can't do it.
All right, so you talked about adapting, and we're going to have to adapt something. So once we're freely swinging, once we have a quiet mind, where's the first thing that we have to adapt?
We have to develop skills, and we have to adapt from a divot standpoint. So there's a couple different things that are going to happen with your divots. Okay, so you're going to have the ability to swing the club too high, not hit the ground at all, too low, take a big-ass divot. Somewhere in between, we got to brush the grass. So that's the first skill that we have to develop if we want to be adaptable.
So if you can't hit the ground appropriately,
You toast.
we got nothing.
No chance.
Right? So we have to be able to make a free swinging motion, quiet your mind down, and now show us what you want everybody to take action on here with this swing height thing that you're talking about. Too high, too low, somewhere in between. Yeah?
So I'm not really thinking much about how to. I'm just kind of staying present to the golf club, and I'm just going to make it go too high and too low. So essentially what I'm doing here is making errors on purpose. So I'm going to make a swing where I hit no ground at all. I'm going to make a swing where I take a huge divot, and then I'm going to take a swing where I'm trying to brush the grass.
Show us what you got.
No divot.
So beautiful swinging motion. The swing height in that case was too high, and that will not work to get the ball in the air.
Now deep divot.
So if we're outside, big old chunk of earth comes flying out.
Big old bee repellent.
And then somewhere in between.
That's my brushing the grass.
All right, so you'd be shocked when you start doing this. One, you're going to find out that you can without all the how-tos and the monkey mind, the racing thoughts. Two, you're going to find out that you might have to swing it higher or lower than you think
Yeah.
to actually get it to brush the grass. Cool? So if you're looking to be consistent, you're going to have to get really damn good at brushing that grass. Using the errors is how you're going to get there. True?
You got it.
Okay, so you said there was two things. So
Yep.
swing height was the first thing.
Yes.
Practice up and down, and then what's the second thing?
The second thing is going to be getting the divot forward and backwards now. So intentionally chunking a ball, intentionally blading a ball, or you're hitting the ground too far in front, and then somewhere in between. So that way, if you're on the golf course and you start to notice that maybe your divot's a little bit behind the ball, you have to have the ability to move the divot more forward if you have to.
Okay, so we're going to leave this ball here for reference. So where are you going to start, behind, in front, or at?
I'll go behind.
All right, so we make a couple of free swinging motions, hitting the ground right there. And then if you were to do that with a ball in the way, you'd find out real quick that that doesn't work. So then you're going to have to adapt or adjust, go forward. Totally different. So not doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's not going to get you in the house. Cool, now somewhere in between. Nice. So would it be fair to say that going through those ranges, you, from your perspective, get a sense on where you need to be to get the club to interact with the ground just right?
Yeah, not only do I get a sense of where I need to be, but the other cool thing is I just gave myself the answers to the test questions. So when I'm like trying to get the divot to go more forward, that's the solution. If you're chunking it, you just got to remember what you're doing out there. So that's a way that you can adapt when you're out there. So as you're doing these activities, you're giving yourself answers of what you have to do to get the divot to go more back, more forward, high or low.
Versus going to the P1, 2, 16, 17 route.
Yeah, that way is pretty tough because a lot of times you get the old video camera out and you'll notice that the swing is maybe the exact way you want it and the divot's still not in the right spot. So then what are you going to do?
That's true.
You're going to call your coach. He's going to be like, what's your problem?
All right. Divot control. So, free swinging motion. Step 1, quiet your mind down. Step 2, step 3, play with this. Yeah, get your divot right. Figure out what you have to do to interact with the ground just right so you can hit more straight, solid, straight, long shots. All right. We thank you for joining us. Leave us some comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let us know why. And if you have any questions, drop us a question. We'll be happy to answer. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.